going to go live. We are live. Hey, good morning. Hey, it's 5 a.m. Mester Scrum Show. I am Greg Mester, Scrum Master and Agile Coach. And we just got notification. We just went live. That's what happens when you ring the little bell. So please ring the little bell. I think I just made myself deaf. Anyway. So, hey, celebration. I got my second COVID shot. So 2 weeks from now, I go to the bars to go party. No, I'm not going to do that. But I did get it. So it's pretty good. Just to report out. Yeah, your arm's a little stiff, but that's about it. It's not too bad. So I'm going to use it as an excuse all day to be grumpy. That's my plan. So when my kids mess me up, I said, you should be nice to me because I got my second shot. I am going to use it. My wife's like, you are going to do it, aren't you? Anyway, it's not what we're here to talk about. Today, I want to talk about tasks, subtasks, and toast. Okay? How to make toast. So I was watching the TED video, how to make toast the other day, and it really dawned on me a good relationship between what he was talking about, the visualization, and tasking out work. So I want to talk about that. And why are we here? By the way, this is our 593rd episode. Oh, I almost forgot. We're going to start up a new Meetup group that I put up on meetup.com, and I put it up on LinkedIn, put some posts. It's an experiment. We're going to Agile experiment on everything from lean coffees to gatherings to cocktail parties to training sessions, coaching circles. We're going to try some different things, different time boxes, not always at the same time, different types of things at different times. See what people are. We're gonna experiment with what people are interested in from our learning experience past just the video and expanding to some more interaction with a lot of people. Hoping that'll help people. We'll see. I don't know. The experiment. I'll do it for 6 months. See how it works. If it doesn't work, we'll go from there. But hopefully it'll be good. Because I do see a need of it. Certain things, different things. And why do we do this show? Because we talk about Scrum and Agile and practical and tactical. I'm very practical and tactical. It's really tough on me when people are not. That's my own demon as a coach. We do this so that you bring value to customers, so they keep giving you business, but without working crazy hours to get the value to the customer. So you can go home to family and friends and play like softball or baseball. Like they asked me what arm I want to make my shot. I said, well, my left arm, because I got to throw the softball and the baseball with my kids, So I kind of wanted to have my right arm working so I can play catch with them, Things you could do like that when you're not working crazy hours and trying to meet deadlines that people came up with that aren't realistic, right? How do you get there to be successful and get stuff in the customer's hands? Not 6 months later, but like monthly, weekly, if possible. Sooner than that, depending where you're going, right? So how to make toast. I saw the video. It's a TED Talk by Tom Wujec, right? W-U-J-E-C. I apologize to all my Polish friends. I probably pronounce it wrong. But Tom, he did a TED Talk, and he has a website called drawtoast.com. Now, I don't want to get all into his theory and everything like that, but I just want to talk about how that applies to tasking. So when I work with teams, right, you got a story. I like them to have some tasks to go do to make the story happen. And usually you get multiple people in a story, right? Where he was talking about how he studies and how to make toast and people draw things and things like that. He came up with this curve, right? And he comes up with nodes. And he counted how many nodes, and there's a couple things. When he drew it, it was a little bit, like that, and then there was like that, and like that. So this is like drawings. These are nodes. This is like groupthink. So he has this thing. So in between here and here was like between 5 and 13 nodes. And what he said is people paid attention to it. They worked on it. They had a better graphical idea of what was going on, which is kind of interesting. So what I would like to propose, think of nodes as subtasks. Now, what I did say that this over here was like a 3. That's why I always say have at least. I always say at least 3 subtasks. I like dev and test. Actually, my minimum is 2. I want a development and a test. So there's at least 2 tasks. But the interesting thing is 5 to 13, he said, was the sweet spot of number of nodes that people pay attention to. You do more than 13, it gets to. So think about it. When we talk about doing subtasks, when you do more than 13 subtasks to a story, people lose sight. It looks daunting and everything. You know what I would say? If you have more than 13 subtasks, definitely break it up. Right? Break up the story. Now, the interesting thing he said was about the groups. Groups will do more complicated. It gets messy, but they'll do it. But one other thing I thought was interesting, which might be a great visual exercise, and maybe you should go to that maketoast.com website, is rather than just write down these subtasks, because this is what problem I get. People get one person, one story, they do all the tasking, they do all the work. My goal was to get more than one person working on the same thing to solve a complex problem. Now remember, we're talking about complex problems, right? Make toast. I just want to put that at the top. Make toast, right? So here's my thought, right? Do a visualization exercise where everybody puts what the tasks are to solve a problem. Now, I'm not saying you do it every time, because they get bored of doing this stuff every time. They're like, oh, it's the same thing. It's the same 3 tasks. Why are we doing it? But here's what I would like to visualize. Like, okay, we got the development code, whatever it is, right? We have another visual for testing it. What about writing a test case? What about pair programming with quality? Right? What about test case? Or what about a review? What about unit test? What about automation? What about integration? Now, the thing about this dev is that can get broken down to back, maybe a database, front end, right? That can get broken down too, right? So it would be interesting to have them do a visualization of the tasks that could be done to complete a story, right? Group them, count them, put them up on a wall, do them on a whiteboard on the computer, and have them just do a routine. And then ask them how many of these things could be done in parallel, and have them draw it on the board in parallel to come up with what stuff can be done at the same time, to see how many people you can get working on the product and what do they need to do to work at the same time so the story gets done quicker. And then it gets approved, right? And then we get approval. Though I don't know if I'd put, that as a task, to be honest with you. I think it's just when they're all done, you go get the product owner and have them review what you're doing and see if you can get approval. But my question is, do a visual session. And I did like the video. Maybe you can go to his Making Toast, and I'll show you how to do it. So the idea is that we got stories. We got to do subtasks. He's saying make toast in the Make Toast video on the TED video. Between 5 and 13 nodes is about the sweet spot, right? I would say maybe 3 in case of doing tasks. Minimum of 3 tasks, right? Which of these 3 tasks, of all these tasks that all the stories have, maybe ask your group. Maybe they have them draw them all the tasks. Okay, of all these tasks, have them star out like that. Have them draw up all those tasks. And what are the 3 minimum, do they want to have on there for every story, right? And just do that exercise. You just do it once or twice. You don't do it a lot. It won't take them that long. They're not really doing that much. I mean, it would be neat if they're doing a lot of complex stuff that's different every time, but I don't know. After a while, it gets the same. You might check it every once in a while, like your definition of done. When you think you're going to do a definition done, my recommendation is do that exercise. So that's what we got for today. Hope you're doing well. Again, I got my second shot today, so hopefully in a while I'll have a little bit of immunity for a while. I could have swore I had maybe before, but who knows? Everything's good. So if you're worried about it so far, and I guess we'll document this, because if you see me on here every day, we'll see if Greg kind of grows hair. You can't tell if I'm going to lose hair because I already lost it. Who knows? Maybe I'll lose weight. It's just a shot. I know it is. No. But I wish everybody healthy, happy day. Keep on scrumming. And if you need anything, let me know. If you have any ideas on the meetup, any interests you would like to see talked about that you're not seeing in other meetups and stuff, let me know. A lot of it's going to be virtual. It's going to be different times, sometimes at 5 a.m. in the morning, sometimes between 7 and 8, 7 and 9 Eastern Standard Time, and then sometimes after work Eastern Standard Time. Maybe we'll do a lunch thing. I don't know. We'll see what goes. I want to keep it light and simple and not overly like death by view graph, right? I'd rather have everybody interact, do some practice coaching circles, stuff like that. Who knows? Anyway, take care, everyone. Have a great day. See you tomorrow, and take care. Bye. See ya.